At first glance, this is the kind of house you'd walk right past without even thinking about stepping inside. Surprisingly, a woman bought it for just $300. Her plan was simple: clean it up and see if it could still be livable. The condition of the house was terrible. A massive oak tree had taken over the property. Its roots had grown up through the roof, wrapping the house like a giant cage and making it look dark and eerie. Clearing everything out was going to be a huge job. The house was well known in the area, and the cleanup worker initially didn't want to take the job. But the woman offered fair payment, and he agreed. As work slowly progressed, after a full morning of clearing branches, hauling debris, and cutting roots, the roof area was finally exposed. From the outside, it still looked surprisingly solid. However, the worker delivered bad news. Parts of the structure had been damaged by the oak tree, and even the stump had pushed through the roof. Structural repairs would be needed later. Luckily, the damage wasn't severe, which the woman could accept since she bought the house so cheaply. Once the roof area was cleared, the gloomy feeling around the house faded, and the space started to feel brighter. Next came the yard. It wasn't very big, but a huge oak tree stood right in the middle. The woman decided not to keep it and asked the worker to remove it completely so it wouldn't interfere with her future living space. She was eager to finish the cleanup and renovation quickly because she had just quit her city job and returned home. The first thing she needed was a place to live so she could start looking for a new job and begin a fresh life. Watching the house gradually uncover, piece by piece, finally gave her relief. Soon, the oak tree was removed, and the creepy atmosphere disappeared. For the first time, the full view of the house appeared. Looking at the small home that now belonged entirely to her made the woman incredibly happy. It might look old, but with some renovation, she could move in soon. Encouraged by the progress, the worker began clearing the interior. Inside were piles of furniture left by the previous owner, almost as if they had left in a hurry. The woman wasn't scared. In fact, if the furniture could still be used after cleaning, she planned to keep it and save money. As the worker shoveled away layers of dust, debris, and cobwebs, the clutter quickly disappeared. The process was surprisingly satisfying to watch. Eventually, the floor that had been buried for years finally appeared. When the tiles were revealed, the woman was thrilled. They looked well preserved. To confirm her guess, she paid extra for a deep cleaning. Only after washing the tiles could she know if they were truly in good condition. As the cleaning continued, the dusty tiles gradually shone again,